back to the Brazos Christian Eagles Coaches Show. It's state semifinal week here in TAPS Division 4, and Lubbock Christian back in it. Feels like familiar territory really for us here at Lubbock Christian over the last few years, Coach. Last year getting to the state semifinal, the year before that not getting there, so you kind of had the flavor back last year of getting there. Now this year, looking to get back to the state championship game. We'll get into that, what we have to do this week, but I want to go over the regional final game first. What was a fun Friday night in Abilene, Texas. I mean, just a full team effort, and the defense really shined bright on Friday night. You started off slow on the offensive end, but the defense was getting after it from the get-go. That was fun to watch.
The biggest thing that we've just been praising the boys about is I just feel like they were locked in.
Yeah.
And their attention to detail. We gave them a pretty deep scouting report on these guys. You know, they had our full attention. It's a good program, ran the ball really effectively, and our boys were, and we talk about, you know, if a twig snapped, they would be they're so twitchy, they're hair trigger.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic, man. Communication was great. When you slow it down, you watch them talking amongst each other. No tricks that got by us. So proud of an entire team effort, all three levels on the defense, and a fantastic job by our kids. I just couldn't be more proud. It was the thing I talked about post-game. Their maturity to dive into a scouting report and deeply own what this other team wanted to do and our game plan of how we were going to neutralize it. So proud of them.
Yeah, and you only get 8 points in the first quarter, but I felt like that score at the end of the first quarter with about 37 seconds left there in the first was huge to kind of get the monkey off the back of the offense. Mm-hmm. And then once that happened, it's like the floodgates opened. The offense figured it out. Yeah. But that was built because good field position was given from the defense, only allowing 4 first downs. I think they got across midfield without starting at midfield because of good field position on their part. But they only get 4 first downs, only got across midfield once maybe off of our defense. That's big for an offense to keep setting up in good field position. That allowed our offense to click there in the second quarter throughout the rest of the game.
They were dominant. The defense set us up. Special teams won. Offense really was good. We just had one miscue early that cost us a possession. But other than that, really in a good shape. I was proud of the running backs. They had to fill some different roles, lots of motions and shifts, put a lot on their plate, but it gave us advantage in the box, and our kids were locked in again on the scouting report of knowing how to manipulate their defensive shell, and our offense was really solid. They just don't get as much credit because of how good the defense was, but it was a great team effort.
Well, and you talk about the running backs, and I want to go to the wide receivers as well. Backs runs for a lot of yards again. He doesn't do that. Obviously, the offensive line was huge. They're good. But the running backs and the receivers, Welker Horn had one of the best blocks of the year on Friday night. That was probably fun to watch on film too. But to see a guy in the H-back role move up the field and get a big block like that to score, to get a touchdown off of, that's huge. That's what you talk about. If you don't block, you don't get the rock.
That's right.
And that was huge the other night.
That's right. And we talk about hidden areas to exude toughness. And again, talking about our culture and what we want to be as a max-out type of team. One of those ways is receivers on the perimeter blocking. We talk about if the pretty boys will get dirty, then you know you've got a tough team. And so we talk about corners pursuing football. We talk about D linemen being assignment driven, which means sometimes taking on a double team and not getting any glory. And again, those little intangibles that mom and dad may not see from the stands, but we're seeing jump off of film, and we get to praise the boys on that. Those things are what make tough playoff quality football teams. And we're sitting in a good spot right here. Now, versus a great opponent to come up, that's what you get in November. But I feel really proud of that first round.
Yeah, great opponent. That's a 52-0 win over a really good Central Texas team. And now, for the second week in a row in the playoffs, you get another good opponent. And that's Brazos Christian out of Bryan, Texas, the 2 seed out of District 3, a good quality football team that you got to play here in the semifinal. They're going to do things. They're going to spread you out. They want to do a little pass, a little run, and it's going to be a tough test with the athletes that they show.
Really, they're 5 wins out of their last 6 games. The only loss is a 1-point overtime loss to the district champion in Northland. So this team is playing its best football. They're finally healthy. They're extremely confident. They just beat a really good Hallettsville Sacred Heart team, and so they have our full attention. This is a fastball club. They want to spread you out, put their cats in different positions, manipulate them, and really try to take advantage of their skill in space. And so, again, on repeat, we're going to need to be really focused and locked in on that scouting report. And that's the beauty of this type of season, this type of football, is the attention to detail is what separates good from great. And that's why we're so excited is our boys have shown on repeat that they're a team that can be trusted. And so Brazos is going to be a stiff challenge, but I get more confident every time I'm around our boys, because I remember, oh yeah, that's a smart cookie right there. He can handle this, and so that gives me confidence for going forward.
Well, and you have the week this week. You're no school in the week of Thanksgiving. It's one of those weeks that the boys just get to concentrate on football. Mm-hmm. It's football centric. It's a time to just straight focus in on that, but it's not so much focusing in on that, focusing in on the team, like what we have here today.
That's right.
Is everybody comes together and have a huge family team dinner here today for Thanksgiving for the football team. Whoever wants to come,
right,
you're invited. And that's what this week is all about. Football's a big deal, but at the end of the day, this is what it's about, what's about to happen here.
Fully agree. That's what separates, again, and we say life lesson number one, life's all about relationships. I'll make the seniors talk. They'll be a little shy to talk, but I guarantee when they get the microphone, they'll talk about love and unity. They'll talk about toughness, we talked about earlier. And those are the things that are lasting memories. But again, we're playing a great game called football, but we're also trying to train them beyond football in terms of manhood. We talk about three-dimensional development, physical, mental, and spiritual. And we're so grateful to get a coach at a place where we get to be open about the spiritual.
Yes.
And this is every bit a part of that, is getting together with older, wiser believers, people that invest in us from the community, that love the game of football, but more than that, they just love kids, and they want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And so we're so blessed. We've got so much to be grateful for. We'll share a lot of those blessings here in about 20 minutes. This is fun. This is what makes it enjoyable.
And this is the fun time of year. If you're playing Thanksgiving week, that means that you've had a very, very successful season. And we're hoping that we're playing in December.
That's right.
That's the goal when you start the season, is
right,
play in December, because that means you're playing for a state championship in TAPS Division 4. And if you win this week, you get to play for a state championship, looking for the second state, or the third state title really. Shared one in 1993, I think, 2004 you won, and then looking to get the third one here in Lubbock Christian history. So, but got to take care of business first. I see that look on your face. I'm just helping the fans.
There you go.
The fans. Got to take care of Brazos Christian. They're a very, very tough test coming for Lubbock Christian on Friday in Bangs, Texas. It's going to be wet. It's going to be cold, probably.
I hope so.
But Bangs, hey, they got brand new turf.
They do.
The nice concussion, pad underneath the turf.
I read somewhere that Bangs, Texas was on somebody's Texas bucket list.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may have made that up. Okay. I did. But for me, it's on my bucket list.
Okay, yeah,
so
right now it is.
Check it off. Bangs is on my bucket list for Friday at 3 p.m. And I hope it's cold. I hope it's wet. We say the best teams play in the worst weather. And so the longer you play, the worse the weather should be. And what we've practiced in the last 3 days, it's not going to be any worse than that.
No doubt.
I can tell you that. And our boys, they're out there in wife beaters today. Mm-hmm. Probably not the smartest thing, but again, their mentality is right. They're like, cold as a mindset. We've got this. I really like where we're at as a team. And Lord willing, we'll be able to put that together on Friday.
So that one Friday night, or Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. in Bangs, Texas. We'll have it for you on the Eagle Sports Network if you can't make it down there. But it sure would be nice to see a lot of blue and gold in the stadium in Bangs on Friday afternoon. Coach, good luck, safe travels, and let's go get another one. Head to Waco.
Let's do this. Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.